Yo, it's crypto blood, Detroit flow, screaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are wrong point, OG since 12, investing in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, it's just blood too. Bad motherfucker in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's my crypto blood, Twisted Toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.
Yes, your buddy boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode. Actually, it's a first time we're doing this live, baby. The rundown. Yeah, the rundown. Mixing a little non-crypto news into the mix, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone's doing well out there tonight. I saw a few people jumping in early. D. Fuente's in the building. Let's give a round of applause to him for the first comment. What's going on? T-Will line for hire. T-Will man line for hire in the building. AB in the house. R.A. Daniel. We've got Prospector in the building. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button on the way in. We're going to get into it, man. Crazy. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, holiday, Xmas, whatever you want to call it. Wisdom Bar says, you seeing the conservative civil war on Twitter? Vivek Ramaswamy got them white conservatives going woke Marxists. I have not, man. Get me up to speed. Maybe we'll do that for tomorrow's live stream. What's going on over there, boy? Hey, man. We knew heads would butt, which is because humans are humans, right? You're always going to get some infighting. It's just about if you can deal with it and manage it, which I think Trump being a leader. See, the Democratic Party ain't had a leader really since, I know people are going to think Obama was a leader. No, really since Clinton. Like, they really ain't had a leader. So your leader will hopefully corral the crowd and get everybody on one accord again. But tell me more about it for sure. Just miss. What does that mean? Juice miss. I'm gonna tag you on Twitter. Yeah, hit me on Twitter, bro. Appreciate that. We got some things from Twitter we're gonna be looking at tonight too. Hit that like button, ladies and gents. You guys know this. All my live streams are sponsored by my cryptocurrency exchanges. This week coming up will be a BYDFi giveaway. So I'm giving away $50 worth of USDT to your BYDFi account. So you want to make sure you have your account set up. All right. So all you got to do is two things or three things. Have your account set up using the link in the description of this video. All right. Or you can scan the QR code on the screen that you see right now. So you want to have your account ready, because when I spin that wheel on Monday, you got to give me your account number, your UID number, in order to gain that $50. So make sure you have that. Make sure you're a YouTube premium member, or you have super chatted during any of my live streams. That makes you fully eligible for that giveaway. So appreciate your support there. Also, to my members, speaking of members, what do you know? I just had a crazy dope interview, a kicking it session is what I call it, with my man, Rob Parker, the legendary Rob Parker. I don't know if you guys know who he is. Legendary Rob Parker. Members have access to that right now. That was uploaded maybe about an hour and two ago. So make sure you guys go check that interview out. Of course, all my interviews are uploaded early for my members. So that's one of the perks of being a member. In addition to, you have the possibility of winning $50 every week. And ain't many members. I think I only have about 30 or 40 members right now. So the odds are very high for my members to win. At one point, we were nearing, I want to say, almost 200 members. A lot. Thankfully, it was all accredited to, got to give credit to T-Will man for hire. He was the one who was dishing out all those memberships. So appreciate that, man. And can't forget Superwoman Blue, was dropping a lot of memberships. So few people is dropping a decent amount of gifts as membership. So we appreciate you. My crypto space in the building, almost 2025. That's right, man. We almost there. Hey, tomorrow ain't promised. Shit, I'm just trying to make it because your boy DMX didn't make it. But hey, listen, DMX, I'm bringing him up because I don't know if you guys remember this Christmas little jingle he did back in the day. Let's take a listen to this real quick. Hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Check this out.
Prancer and Vixen, commented if you ever saw him. Nobody can say it close. Come on! All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call them names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, come on! Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you ride my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeers loved him, and they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you go down in history forever. You go down in history forever. You go down in history. What?
Yo, that's classic right there, man. Long live DMX, bro. That was classic right there, man. You know, he was one of those dudes, like, when he passed, not gonna lie, when DMX passed, I'm like, damn, this didn't happen already. Like, I was kind of shocked, you know what I mean? Because he was always on the edge, man. That guy lived on the edge. Addiction is a hell of a thing, man. Them drugs, gotta leave that shit alone, man. That's just insane. Shout out to all my DMX fans out there. Listen, DMX was not just a hip hop black person's artist. This guy was loved by all types of people. So that's how you know he was really talented, man, for sure. Let's go ahead and get into the first article. And listen, I'll wait because there are some trades that I want to put in potentially on BYDFi. We'll take a look at that towards the end of the live stream. I'll be doing that when we talk about the Bitcoin articles. I got some Bitcoin news I want to go over that's been circulating online, but we'll save that for later. First, we got to take a look at this, man. This is, you know, it's just sad to me when I see stuff like this because these guys fail to realize that, you know, wealth comes in spurts, and usually in most people, you know, most people aren't Warren Buffett's, right? You usually have your moment, your window of opportunity to make some money, right? And you get that major opportunity, and you got to seize that opportunity. These entertainers, boy, I swear, you would think they would understand by looking at the past, but they don't look at the past. They don't look at the past to see how previous entertainers and celebrities failed before them. They just think it's their world. They ain't even caring about no one else. They're getting the money. They're making crazy money, and it ain't gonna ever stop. So when I see stuff like this, people blowing $8 million. Oh my God, Lil Baby. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but this just came out, and it was from and I may have the clip to this, but it was from a podcast he did with Lil Yachty. And Yachty just off the cuff asked him a question like, what's the most you've lost gambling? He said he lost $8 million. Oh my God. Can y'all imagine losing 8 million? Now, I've lost a lot of money in crypto in a short period of time being a DGen. And some might say a gambling, you know, a form of gambling. But 8 million? Oh, hell no. Lil Baby has said in a recent interview that he was banned from every casino after losing $8 to $9 million in a single session. Man, he and you know when you see stuff like this, your boy 50 always got to swoop in with the with the jabs, man. We'll take a look at what 50 said in a minute. During an appearance on Lil Yachty's Safe Place podcast on December 18th, the host asked him about the most he'd ever lost gambling at once. He said 8 to 9 million in one day, probably like 40 hours. In 40 hours straight, I lost like $8 to $9 million. Uncle Cliff. For those who are remembering the days when I was doing stuff with Uncle Cliff, that's Cliff High. He was and it blew my mind. Couldn't believe Cliff loved DMX. So yeah, DMX was a man. He crossed all cultures, man. That guy was truly a talent. And another talent for sure is Rob Parker, man. For sure. Rob Parker is legendary for his kerfuffles. I can't imagine losing that amount. It's beyond me. Next level. Yeah, it's next level, but you know, even on that next level, this is completely unnecessary. And to me, I'm going to tell you guys what I think about this type of behavior in a minute. But it's symptomatic of something else. Darren Smith said entertainers, influencers, influencing our young generations. Yep. It's sad, Darren. Absolutely sad. And what's even worse, Darren, is that we have this gambling culture. It's everywhere, and for many years, it really became prolific during the pandemic. The beginning of the pandemic, I started seeing all these like FanDuel, there was already FanDuel around, but they pushed it real hard during the pandemic. Commercials. Then the leagues ended up partnering with them. Before, that was like considered illegal. It was completely illegal to sports gamble unless you were in Vegas. So they took it from Vegas to being in the palm of your hands. I don't gamble. I don't sports gamble. When I go to Vegas, maybe I'll shoot a couple, do a couple of rounds of the roulette table, but I leave that shit alone. I leave that stuff alone. AB said Cliff the man. For sure. So yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about that the whole gambling culture. It has gotten out of control, in my opinion. I just watched it grow, and I'm just like, I see these different celebrities partnering with these companies, these online gambling joints, and I'm just like, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. My crypto space says, I don't gamble, bruv. It's not me. It's not for me. Family member, bad experience. Yeah, I thankfully I've never had anyone close to me have a gamble addiction. I haven't. I don't know if you guys have, but I haven't. Do you consider the lottery a gambling addiction? I don't really consider it. I mean, it depends on how bad. If it's bad, you're spending all your money on it, but you play that here and there once a week or whatever. I don't consider. I'm talking about like sports betting. That shit has gotten out of control. It's on another level now, and I think it was done on purpose. They felt like the powers of be felt like it was almost like a Hail Mary pass for them. Like they wouldn't have pulled that move to deregulate gambling if we hadn't had a pandemic, in my opinion. I think when the pandemic came, they got scared and felt like their money was going to dry up. And they're like, shit, we need to open this floodgate up, let these people gamble their savings away. They ain't doing nothing at home. How much of that PPP money went back to the casinos? I'm sure a lot of it. So, the powers that be always find a way to siphon the money back to the top. So that's why you got to be careful and savvy about your money. You know what I mean? You can't just let them get it back, because that's exactly what they did. Black people talk about reparations. We had somewhat of a form of reparations when that PPP hit, that EIDL stuff and the PPPs and all that, man. Black people had more money than ever. I saw people coming up, went from nice to ice. Like Dame Dash is saying, paid in full. So a lot of people go from nice to ice. And I'm just like, where you get this money from, bro? Like, and then again, they get the money, they take it and give it right back to the corporations, right back to the brands. So I personally, let me know in the comments, any of my black people in the comments, let me know how you feel about reparations and you think we would have done right by them. I feel like most of it would have been just given right back to the white man. Anything for Click said he's bet 20K on Trump winning. Well, you bet right now, where's Solana at? You bet $100, $200 with me. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. He gets in on January 20th. Then you can collect that one Solana. T. Will says, we grew up shooting dice. It's part of the culture down here. I ain't indulged in years, though. Yeah. Speaking of dice, I know I saw your comment, T. Will. Maybe we'll squeeze that in at the end. But finesse 2 times, son, or I think it's his godson. Honestly, I don't even think it's his son. That is a situation to behold. You talking about when shit goes wrong? Oh my God. I blame finesse though. I blame finesse because he should not have let him participate in grown man activities from the get-go. He shouldn't have let him do it. We'll try to get to that later in the episode after everything else is we've done the rundown on everything else. But I want to go back to this article, man, because $8 million to $9 million in 40 hours is something even a billionaire would not do, or a person worth hundreds of millions wouldn't do, because when you had that type of money, even if we had less money than that, you start to understand the value of the dollar. And it's just it is what it is, right? $8 million is $8 million regardless of who you are, right? The propensity to spend that, or what you can spend that on or invest that in, is major. So to see somebody blow 8 million, 9 million in 40 hours or so, I'm telling you, that shit right there is concerning. I think personally, he did say that after losing the 8 million, and I'm just going to say this. So he lost 8 million in 40 hours, but we all know that ain't the only amount. That ain't the only loss he's had. So I'm sure his total career of gambling, he's lost probably north of 10 million. I'm just throwing the number out there. If you were willing to lose 8 million in 40 hours, I'm sure you've lost north of 10, 15. How much? How much do y'all think this guy, Lil Baby, lost in his entire gambling career for him to go in like that? Another person who is a big gambler is Michael Jordan. I know a story that was told to me secondhand, because I wasn't there, so it was secondhand. That person was firsthand. Michael Jordan came into town here in the D, and he came. It was actually told by the owner of the cigar lounge I used to smoke at, and he said Jordan comes in. So Jordan will check in to the hotels using an alias, first of all. So he checks in, and it's a cheap hotel. It's never nothing like anything elaborate, 5-star, 4-star hotel, or 5-star hotel. Nothing elaborate. So he would go to a cheap hotel, check in under an alias, and he did. He checked in, and he blew $30 million here in Detroit. This was 15 years ago. 15 years ago. I'm trying to make 30 million. This guy blew 30 million 15 years ago. Jordan is notorious for gambling and has caused many of his friends to go down that same path. So not a good friend. Very bad influence. Drinking and gambling with Jordan. You're gonna do either one of the or both. Messing around with Jordan. Just wait when they legalize prostitution. I don't think they'll legalize prostitution. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think so. 8 million on gambling. That's without the hoes and the crew turning up. Exactly, bro. Good point. So, aside from the gambling, you got the cruise, you got the entourage, the cruise, you got the ice. He had ice box every other minute. I know when he come to the D. Actually, he was in the D, like I want to say a week or two ago, and came to Hutch and got him some ice, I believe. So yeah, that guy's probably blown a lot of money, man. And that's nowadays, that 8 million is tough to come back by. It's tougher than it was just 3 years ago to come by that 8 million. It's a slow grind up for that. The shows ain't paying as much. The attendance at these shows isn't as great. So that hits hard. That hits real hard. Now, your boy 50 Cent. Y'all know 50 Cent is the troll of all trolls, boy. This guy said he reacts to Lil Baby losing 8 million. He said, nah, these young niggas crazy. 8 million gambling. I thought only Floyd do shit like that. Come out the joint looking distraught. I'm just glad he didn't kill nobody. Round of applause. Yeah, Floyd will be on some 8 million. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, Floyd could do it. And even Floyd shouldn't be doing it, but he can. He can lose 8 million because he's worth a couple hundred million, a few hundred million, at least 300 million. More than that, probably. I think his real estate deal, he just dropped. Maybe he went on a commercial real estate buying spree as of last month or so. I think he dropped maybe 150, 200 million in various commercial real estate investments, which I don't know why you would do a commercial real estate investment play. That just sounds like some, friends, colleagues of his trying to get him for his money. Because commercial real estate ain't where it's at. It's just not where it's at. Occupancy rates are horribly low. And you won't get your return on your investment. Or if you do, it's going to be so low, you might as well take that 150, 200 million and invest it in stocks or something, that pays a dividend or something, because with the risk that you're putting up, locking that money in those physical assets, those properties at a return of 3, 4, or maybe even 5%, it just ain't worth it. You can get that in the bank. So yeah, he probably got kind of finessed on that one. But I'm just saying, comparing Floyd to Lil Baby, two different leagues, two different worlds. My crypto space, I heard him going to the white parties with Jay-Z and hugging up with white guys. Very weird. Lil Baby, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. 50 definitely did the Beijing on him, dog. That's some Beijing action right there, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you up. Let me see if I can't scan. Let me see if I can do something real quick. I can't get this open up. Yeah, that's some Beijing, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. 50 got the Beijing action going on right now with that beard, for sure. I don't know about you, T. Well, I can't do it. I can't dye the beard. I got a lot of grades coming in. I won't do it. I'm just gonna keep that boy going. So I'll be looking like Peter out here in a minute. Yeah, I'll be looking like Peter from Real Housewives of Atlanta. By the way, Peter, did y'all know Peter just went to jail? He's going to jail for tax evasion. I think he's doing like 18 months. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Pay your taxes, man. Good God Almighty. So 50 went in on him. But what's crazy is, like you guys said, what about his other gambling debts or losses he's had? This is a picture, epic picture of Sam, Black Sam, legendary Nipsey Hussle's brother, gambling with Lil Baby, maybe about 10 years ago, I think. When was this? I don't even know when this was. Had to be some years ago though. How long Nip been gone? Nip been gone for a minute. But look at this. Check this out. He lost 10 G's on this.
It don't mean nothing if you can't get it back. Yeah, for sure. I know this going right back into the community. For sure. My job already done, already won. For sure.
Yeah, so this guy, chalk it up, Lil Baby. That gambling life ain't for you, man. A round of applause. Leave that alone, bro. You losing too much, man. Leave that alone, my friend. I want to talk about Luigi Mangione. You guys know he pled not guilty to murdering healthcare CEO. This is a strange situation right here, bro. Because my thing about this is that he went through all those lengths, shot the dude, got away, got out of New York City. I would have thought they would have caught him before getting out of New York City. Got out of New York City, made it all the way back pretty much home, and you get caught with everything. You get caught with the gun, the manifesto, the everything. How do you get caught with everything, bro? Like between the 3-hour trip from New York back to where you were, I think it was Pennsylvania, the McDonald's, you tell me you didn't throw away any of that stuff? It just seems a little fishy to me. Shout out to Crypto Neck in the building. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. It just seems a little weird to me, y'all, that he went through all that, got away, and had all the evidence in his possession. Very strange. Very strange. But at any rate, he pled not guilty to murder and terrorism charges in New York State. He appeared in court on Monday to be arraigned on 11 state criminal counts, including murder as an act of terrorism. Now, how is that an act of terrorism? What makes his murder an act of terrorism? Somebody help me out on that one. Yeah, Darren says the world is a stage. Yeah, and all this shit is staged. I cannot believe that he did all that just to literally get caught with everything 3 hours later with it all on him. Fake IDs, the 3D printed gun and silencer and all. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't be serious. Either he was under some real MK Ultra mind control operations, or they planted it on him. He wasn't the man. I don't know. What y'all think? I think he was probably MK Ultra. Mr. Mangione appeared in court on Monday wearing a maroon sweater, for them Pyrus out there, white collared shirt, and khaki trousers. Now we're gonna talk about this this little get up he got, because another phenomenon, another weird thing happened because of him in this situation, man. I'm just thoroughly confused about what's going on in the world today. Thoroughly confused. To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah, man. Yep. For sure. Prospector says supposedly the DA is including terrorism charges because he was intentionally trying to cause a disturb or sway the masses. That's strange. That's a reach to me. But hey, I don't know. There's got to be something hidden behind the whole terrorism thing, past what they're saying. I haven't delved into it deep enough, but I wanted to highlight something crazy that's going on surrounding this case, which again just makes me feel like all this shit is MK Ultra. My Crypto Space says Very suspect when it does not add up. He was smiling in court. Very weird. Now, I heard, and somebody helped me substantiate this. I heard somewhere that and this was just in passing. I heard he was on some type of medication. Was he? Let me know. Because if he was, then we know Big Pharma. You know that situation. I ain't gonna go no further with that. Seem like all the terrorists or mass shooting deleters be on something. Be popping those beans. My crypto space said he comes across like that movie Jason Bourne. Oh man, so where are we here? So in court last week, Mangiano's lawyer Karen Agnafilo said that the two sets of charges appear to conflict. Yeah, with the state charges accusing him of seeking to intimidate or coerce a civilian population, while the federal charges focuses on crimes against an individual. She said this is confusing and highly unusual. What don't you say? Why don't you say? She said, I've never seen anything like this happen in her 30 years of practicing law, ladies and gentlemen. So it's something up. I don't know what it is. You know, I really don't know. But one thing you got to know is that these agencies, man, have some very highly complex mind control agendas and programs running right now, down to the very point of the blue emission of light in the LEDs. They're done that way on purpose to program or help program things into the conscious minds of the sheeple. It goes even that deep. So who knows, man? Who knows? She said this is a young man. He is being treated like a human ping pong ball between two warring jurisdictions here. Hyben 17 in the building. Yeah, that's possible. That's a possibility. You know, it could have been our government that deleted the CEO and they just used him as that proxy. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. He was already under investigation. And I think there was some insider trading stuff going on allegedly. So, yeah. I don't know what's going on. But what's even creepier, ladies and gents, is that two things. Why there's an obsession by these white women for this guy, I have no clue what that's about. That's a whole nother topic. They've raised $200,000, supporters of the suspect. What is that about? I personally think now granted, I understand slightly the motivation there. I mean, if you take a look at United Health, they were the worst. They had the highest rejection rate of all health insurance companies by a large margin. Yeah, that part right there, T. Will. Yeah, some JFK vibes for sure. For sure. Because you know, they even take a look at like the comparing his eyebrows on the day of the shooting versus when they found him. Two totally different, you know, eyebrow patterns. Pause. Jason Lynn's in the building. Shout out to him. Thanks for tuning in, my G. Yes, indeed. So very, very strange. But again, this phenomenon of people cheering him on, I guess people are fed up. I understand. You know, what they were doing, what that CEO was doing was downright criminal. You know, it wasn't just him, though. It was everyone around him, all the board members, all the C-suite members. Everybody was complicit. So it wasn't just the CEO. They had to write off on this stuff. So if it was him and he legitimately did do this, I do have some understanding. But good God, to have this type of almost obsession I'm seeing going on with this guy, because if you take a look at this Yahoo article, the sweater that this dude wore in jail at his court appearance has sold out at Nordstrom's. What the Dude, Luigi Mangione's sweater sells out at Nordstrom's one day after court appearance. This is ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Mangione was wearing a white collared shirt underneath the sweater in addition to light gray slacks and orange shoes at the courthouse. While listen to this, fans first thought his sweater was a $1,000 Mason Margiela sweater. It was later determined that the Mangione was wearing a washable merino crew neck sweater from Nordstrom's. The sweater was previously available for $89, according to the website, but is currently on sale for $62 with a 30% off discount. Let's see what we got here. Get that United Health deleter. That United Health deleter boy. Yeah. Okay. What we looking like? We back in stock? We back in business? Oh, no, this is a brown one. Where's that Pyru one? Nowhere to be found. Yo, man, you can't make this shit up, Darren. You're right. Like Big Homie say. And Big Homie CC got a series on Look Who TV, I think, called You Can't Make This Shit Up. Or Can't Make This Shit Up. This is insane, man. What is wrong? Like, I can understand, like, giving a nod, like, damn, yeah, you crashed out for a cause, a good cause. But taking it this far, this is all white, 25 to 30, probably like 25 to 35-year-old white women that's doing this, that's got this obsession. You already know the profile. I'm stereotyping. Yeah, that's right. I am. I'm stereotyping. So, yeah, sweater sells out at Nordstrom's, guys, after Luigi appears in court. Oh, the next day out of here. That's crazy, man. That is absolutely insane. So let's take a look at this Jay-Z thing. That's the next topic on tonight's episode. Make sure you hit that like button, ladies and gents, so we get those views up, those likes up while we're live streaming. Share this video. Comment in the chat room. Let's get those chats up as well. And don't forget, this coming Monday, we do have a BYDFi giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. I'm giving away $50 worth of USDT to a lucky winner. I'll spin that wheel on Monday at 8 p.m. And all you got to do is be either a YouTube premium member or super chat during the previous week. And you're added to the wheel and you're locked and loaded. You just got to have a BYDFi account, scan that QR code, and have that UID number ready when I spin that wheel on next Monday. All right. Now, the judge here, there's some updates going on with this Jigga man case. Oh, man. Oh, man. Not looking good for Jigga, y'all. Judge rules rape accuser can remain anonymous. ... for it. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm up in the air about this Jigga thing. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about this case. I'm leaning toward the side of not really believing her story. There's a lot of holes in this story. A lot of holes. And I definitely don't like that she can remain anonymous. I think this part is a little strange and a little unfair to Mr. Sean Carter. I'm gonna have to be honest with you. AB says, if I have a Q blowfin, my help me out on this one, bro. Retype that one. I don't know what you mean. I have to have your UID number for your account. AB, you said you were closing your account. I meant to ask you about that. I didn't understand why you were closing your blowfin account. I think that was you who commented on one of my videos. If I have a Q blow my fin number, can I give you a delivery address? No, bro. You gotta have that. UID number, my friend. My crypto space says here, when did this happen with Jay-Z? Very suspect. Someone high up does not like Jay-Z. You think that's the case? It doesn't seem that way. I think he's just collateral damage. And Busby, the lawyer that's got like the hotline open, he just trying to garner as much attention on the case as possible. Because you got to think about it. Even if he can't get Jigga, like everyone knows that whoever they pick for this case, as far as the jurors, there's no way they're not going to be tainted and unbiased, because it's everywhere. It's been in the news, it's been in social media, everywhere. How do you pick some unbiased, untainted jurors at this point? I don't think it's possible, to be quite frank with you. I really don't think it's possible. So I think he's just trying to get this in the ether as much as possible and garner as much dust, kick up as much dust as possible. So by the time the jurors are picked for Puffy's case, it's a done data for him. I don't think Puffy's gonna win this one, man. The feds got to they did when they come for you, they got enough. They got enough, ladies and gentlemen. They got enough. I'm just being honest with you. But this Jigga joint right here, I'm not, with P Diddy, Puff Daddy, Brother Love, whatever you want to call him, I pretty much feel like he is guilty. I think he's guilty. Now, is he guilty of the sex trafficking? That's probably a little too far. They're going over the top with the ex trafficking. I think they're going way over the top with that. But was he drugging people? Yeah. I'm pretty positive. And he's been a monster for years. He's done a lot of dirt, a lot of grimy activities, ladies and gentlemen. I know this secondhand. So I feel no remorse for P. Diddy. Even as a black man, I feel no remorse for him. But the Jigga situation, on the other hand, there just isn't enough information for me to feel like he has anything to do with this. First of all, you got to think about the whole situation and how many holes there are. Now, it's nothing against autistic people at all. I want to just give that disclaimer. But the girl's autistic. This happened 30-something years ago. Her father has no recollection of him ever going to pick her up, because he said if I would have picked her up, I would have remembered, because that would have been a 5-hour drive. How the hell did she get 5 hours away from her parents? What is that about? She said one guitarist was at the event and he wasn't. He was on tour. So there's about 4 or 5 holes in her alibi, her statement. It doesn't sound kosher, y'all. It really doesn't. Now, maybe what he's trying to do, Busby, the attorney for her, maybe what he's trying to do is kick the hornet's nest. So get other people to have some courage to come out. You know, we can sit up here and say, hey, Jigga's never had any case against him. Well, of course, not that we know of. Everything could have allegedly been settled out of court. So we don't really know how many other cases he's had. If I'm not mistaken, let's listen to Jaguar White. And before I do that, I just want to point you to this. On the day that this information comes out, this new update where basically the judge is telling the lawyers that, okay, this anonymous lady can proceed with her case. I guess there's enough evidence for them to proceed. I don't know how that works. It clearly must be enough evidence. All you need is a scintilla of evidence. But this is from this guy on X called Stormy. He said Beyonce surprises fans with daughter Blue Ivy during Cowboy Carter halftime show debut. Do you think this is a cover-up? You think this is a diversion to get your attention away from what's going on with the case? Some people say so. I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. You know, I think that might be a coincidence. T-Pro 111.5 says they're all going down. Filthy Edos, all of them. Now, I did a video. Let me see if I can bring that. I did a video a couple of days ago on that very part regarding Jay-Z. Now, I'm not saying where there's smoke, there isn't fire. It most definitely can be some fire somewhere around there, T-Pro, because it's mighty strange how Jigga man you keep hearing about Jigga and these young underage individuals. What is that about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that about? I did a video 3 days ago. Let me see if I can bring it up. I did a video 3 days ago about Jigga's long lost son, which Oshino says is no doubt his son because of the interactions that Jigga and the son's godmother had years ago before I think when he was a minor. Stuff like Jigga put liens on the lady's home. He offered a settlement, but they didn't want it. So this story, though, there's a rabbit hole with this. It's not that he just has a long lost son. It's the fact that his mother, the son's mother, who's deceased, she was only 15 years old when he was conceived. So if he is, and maybe that's why he's fighting so hard, Jigga's fighting so hard not to, bring light to this. If his mother was 15, that's not looking good for him. That's not looking good for him in the court of public opinion. But we already got enough. We already got enough against Jay-Z. Foxy Brown, Aaliyah. He met Beyonce when she was 16. Started dating her when she was 19, I believe. Young dude, young meat activities. That's all I'm saying. He got some young meat activities. Pause. Should I say young cakes? I don't know. So the pattern is there for Jigga to be potentially, on the hook for something. Again, I don't think it's this young girl, but I could be wrong. There's a lot of holes in her story. 4 major holes, 5 major holes. Like, how does your father not remember picking you up and he has to drive 5 hours to pick you up? Just doesn't make sense. There's something wrong there. But yeah, Jigga Man ain't his hands ain't clean, y'all, in my opinion. And we'll see. Maybe that's what Busby was trying to do, is kind of dog whistle other victims allegedly to come forward. Now, if they get someone else to come forward, it's gonna be a problem for Jigga. That's when the NFL gonna pull out. Pause. That's when I think it really is gonna start crumbling. If they can get one more person to come out, because right now it's just one person. That's a rogue individual. Could be a loony tick. You know what I'm saying? She's autistic. There's 5, 6 holes in her story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't with it at this point. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not with it. And it's, as much as I don't like Jigga nowadays, because I'm just seeing how he's done people over the years, it's all starting to come out. How, for the longest, I was on Jigga's side when it came to Dame Dash. I felt like Dame was an asshole, which he was, but 2 things can be true at the same time. Dame could be an asshole and Jigga could be a backstabber. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be both things. And that's where people get it misconstrued with various topics. 2 things can be right or true at the same time. Right? So I think Jigga is probably a very cutthroat individual. How he did D-Haven. That story is starting to come out. Over the years, there's a lot of stories starting to come out about Jay-Z, y'all. That is starting again. Same with the young women, alleged underage, but young women. That pattern is starting to surface. And that's why I'm just like, I can't really. I got a different look on Jigga nowadays than I did maybe 10 years ago. But this was the deleted scene from Piers Morgan. I don't know if I should play this whole thing.
For those who were never at these freak-off parties, what were they like?
See, this is the thing. Everything that I'm about to say to you is not my firsthand knowledge. It is my firsthand witness account experience.
The problem with Jaguar Wright, man, she's so animated. It's just, I be sometimes having a hard time believing her. You know what I mean? She seems a little unstable. Again, a person can have mental health issues and still be telling the truth. 2 things can be right at the same time. 2 things can definitely be right at the same time. And that might be the case with her. How do y'all feel about Jaguar Wright? Is she off the hinges and lying, or is she off the hinges and telling the truth? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Cosby was trying to buy NBC. Diddy was trying to buy a political party. Jay-Z was trying to buy the NFL. Oh, my God. I don't think Jigga was trying to buy the NFL. I don't think Jigga was trying to buy the NFL. Is he trying to get a part of the team? A team? Maybe. Diddy wasn't trying to buy a political party. He was trying to get his rightful shares of Diageo. That's when they hit him. So I agree with you on the Diddy one. Cosby, I don't know, man. It could be true. But here's my thing. Just don't do it. If you don't do the creepy, weird shit, then they have nothing to come after you about. So that's where it kind of takes 2 to tangle. Like, I understand that, and a lot of that might be true. But if Diddy wasn't doing this stuff, then Diageo wouldn't have anything to go after Diddy on. But at the same time, maybe Diddy would have never been in the position to get to where he was if he wasn't doing the weird stuff. So it may, it may play hand in hand. Maybe you don't get to those upper echelon positions of power unless you're doing some weird ass shit. I'm just saying. My crypto space. Good. Thank you for tuning in tonight, man. Appreciate it, bro. So I don't know, man. I'm not going to play the full clip, but essentially she says here, Jay-Z has, this is allegedly coming from Jaguar White, Jay-Z has hundreds of victims ready to come forward, connecting him to the sinister web that ties together Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, etc. Woo!
He's got it.
Whoa, boy. She goes on to say here, Jaguar White, this is what Shadow of Ezra says, or Ezra. Jaguar White has revealed chilling details about Diddy's notorious freak-off parties, claiming ex-workers wore hidden cameras to capture disturbing satanic rituals. Oh, man, according to Wright, young girls were stuffed into suitcases and what? See, this is what I'm not saying it's not true, but this is some wild shit right here. Like, wouldn't these girls have had family members that would have some recollection of where they were during that time they went missing? The main thing I want to highlight here is that she says that Jay-Z has hundreds of victims ready to come forward, connecting him to the sinister web of ties together with Diddy, Harvey, and Jeffrey. Wright further claimed that Diddy was a product of music mogul Clive Davis, I believe that, who taught him everything he knows. I can believe some of that. I can believe some of that for sure. Look up Jaguar Wright spreading her son's ashes on herself. Stop, bro. Stop. See, this is what I'm saying, but at the same time, anything for clicks. Didn't we feel the same way about Kanye West? Kanye West ain't all there. Ye is not all there. Hit that like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Ye is not all the way there, but ends up being Ye, and what he's been saying for many years now has come true. Right? So two things can be right at the same time. Let's just be honest. Let's not forget that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about that. Jay next ep. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Like, I'm not saying he hasn't done some stuff, but I don't get that feeling from him. Like, did he? All day. That dude was a creep, man. That dude was a creep. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never heard nothing about Jigga. Ever. Hit that like button, ladies and gents. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to this channel. I welcome you. Thank you for tuning in for sure. We're running down. We already did Lil Baby. We talked about Luigi, Jigga, and now we're going to get to the Bitcoin, baby. The crypto side of things, y'all. And don't forget, again, just to reiterate, if you're new to the stream, catching it live late, though, Monday, another $50 giveaway with BYDFi. So you need your BYDFi account, scan that QR code, sign up, and just have your UID number, your account number, basically ready on Monday. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when it goes down. All right, let's take a look at this last article, and then maybe we'll talk about what's going on with Finesse 2 times. Good God Almighty. So I saw this tweet earlier today or last night. I retweeted it, but check out what MicroStrategies is doing. So if y'all don't know, just give you a backdrop. MicroStrategies is the largest holder, corporate, publicly traded company, largest holder of Bitcoin. They pretty much pivoted their whole business model to just buying Bitcoin. Ain't got nothing else going on. I think their next earnings report is in February, so that's gonna be a doozy. Can't wait for that shit to come out because I know it's gonna be horrible. But MicroStrategies strategy, no pun intended, is nothing but to buy Bitcoin, leveraged and using some real weird, they call intelligent leveraging. Intelligent leverage. Some real strange shit, man. Like, I think it's gonna come back and bite them in the ass. And on top of that, it actually might bite us Bitcoin holders in the ass. And you may ask why. I'll try to leave a link to the video I did explaining in detail what's going on with MicroStrategies and how their leveraged buying of Bitcoin can end up needing to be forced on a rewind or a wind down of some of their position. Maybe not all of it, but some of it. And only it's going to take a little bit to really rock these markets. Crypto markets are very thin, FYI. The total market cap of crypto is either on par or less than the market cap of Apple or Amazon or one of the two, Microsoft, one of them. Maybe it's Amazon. Can't remember. It's not big. And that's the entire cryptocurrency market cap or industry, not just Bitcoin. I'm talking about the entire. So, you know, a move of a few $1 billion sold into the market, even though it would probably be open market or over the counter, it wouldn't be sold directly into the market if they were forced to sell. It would cause a cascading effect and cause people that don't do OTC to sell into the open market. And then it just kind of cycles and it's a negative feedback loop on that news. If we ever get that news that, hey, MicroStrategy, we had to sell some Bitcoin due to XYZ deleveraging, situation. Damn. Thanks for this, Hyben. Net profit income is negative 243% for MicroStrategy. I didn't even know that. Bro, I didn't even know that. That's crazy. That's insane. Oh my God. So, Hyben, what do you think their what do you think their net profit is going to be? Net profit income is going to be come February. I told you, I think Bitcoin is going to make a correction. It's already made a correction, but a significant correction on or around January 20th, because it is a literal buy the rumor, sell the news. We bought the day we found out Trump was in office. He won. It was November 5th is when the market took off. If you don't believe me, we could take a quick look. Okay, let's take a quick look at this market and where it took off. If you see here, I think it's actually on, yeah, there we go. It's on this chart. Let's go out to the hour. Let's bring Orange Man head back over here. All right, round of applause, Orange Man. So this orange highlighted area, guys, is literally when the markets went crazy when they hit that boy Jay-Z. Right here. November 4th, November 5th, boom, shakalaka. We took off and ain't looked back since. November 5th, we were at $610 billion market cap for all altcoins except Ethereum and excluding Bitcoin, of course. But look, we've been on a run ever since. So the run has, slowed down, and now we are on a descending pattern. You take a look at this real quick. So we're on a descending pattern now with these crypto, with the altcoins. And you can pretty much track this the same way with Bitcoin. If we were to do the same mapping, it would be the same thing with Bitcoin. Shout out to Trade Intuition. He's in the building. Take a shot for him. So, yeah, guys. I think this rally is going to be over once he gets into office, because the classic buy the rumor, sell the news. There's nothing else to look forward to after January 20th. All the excitement will be out. And that doesn't mean that we're permanently going lower or we won't see newer highs. But I'm just telling you, I think this short cycle or near-term cycle in Bitcoin might be at a top before heading higher. Hyben says, I asked him about what he thought the next earnings report for MicroStrategy would look like, because that's what we're talking about right now. MicroStrategy. I haven't gotten to the actual article, and I'll get to that here in a minute. We're talking about this tweet. I'll get into in a minute, but he said that it will be the same on their earnings day. They have been missing earnings expectations for 3 quarters in a row. I know I don't follow it closely, but I do remember they missed their last earnings. Yep, I do remember that. But good God Almighty, I didn't know it was negative 243%, ladies and gentlemen. MicroStrategy's net profit income. And they're trading at what? Yeah, it's insane.
I thought you were street smart, bro.
I am. Dr. Danish, let's take a look at this tweet. The greatest risk to Bitcoin is MicroStrategy, he says, which is this is what I'm leading into. Okay, sad to see so many people flocking to Michael Saylor as their savior. It has all the signs of an over-levered play that will end badly. This is what I've been saying for almost 7 months now, a year, ladies and gentlemen. They now want to raise, listen to this shit. Now, you just heard what Hyben told us. Their net profit is negative 243%. Guess what they're trying to do here? Now they want to raise authorized share count by 10 billion. Currently, they only have 333 million shares outstanding, which means this would increase their share count by 3,000%. I'm done. 3,000%. This board should go to jail. And they can go to jail. They surely can go to jail. This board needs to go to jail if they approve this. The company wants to do this, they say, so they can increase their leverage even more. Remember FTX? Have we learned anything? I don't think we have, my friend. I don't think we have. I think this might be another FTX, or what was the hedge fund that actually failed before FTX that caused FTX to fail? It may be one of those situations. It may be one of those situations. We got BlackRock suggesting most companies hold % of Bitcoin. Yes, very true. Listen, it's not. Here's the thing, Darren. I'm not bullish on Bitcoin. It's the timing and how MicroStrategies is going about acquiring this Bitcoin is a little weird. Okay, the way they're doing it, the timing has to be perfect, has to be impeccable, and it ain't. You can't time the markets. That's my concern. You can't time the markets. So I think their timing is going to be off, which is going to trigger some liquidations, which is going to trigger. You get what's going on. The cascading effects from MicroStrategies' dumbass strategy. is what I have a problem with. Okay, that's what I got a problem with. Now, speaking of BlackRock, you brought up BlackRock. BlackRock just quietly confirmed a devastating Bitcoin price bombshell. So this article was put out a while ago, December 19th. So it's saying here in this article that in this video, in the BlackRock video, given a boost when it was shared by MicroStrategy Michael Saylor, Bitcoin was described as having a fixed supply of 21 million. This hard-coded supply, blah, blah, blah. However, a disclaimer appeared alongside the description, adding, there is no guarantee that Bitcoin's 21 million supply cap will not be changed, ? End quote. Something that undermines Bitcoin's growing reputation as a scarce. I know what they're talking about here. I don't agree with it. They're basically saying that they might create their own version of the Bitcoin, and that be what Wall Street uses as the official Bitcoin, but that ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna fly. So I don't. That disclaimer is stupid. There will always be 21 million as long as everyone, continues to agree upon the current version of Bitcoin. As long as the consensus is where it's at with this version of it, where it has Bitcoin fixed at 21 million, it ain't gonna be more. It ain't gonna be less. It might be less. A lot of people have lost a lot of Bitcoin. A lot of people have died since 2011. So you know what I mean? Not a lot of Bitcoin have been lost forever. So that 21 million is probably more like 10 million. I'm just be honest with you. Now, T. Will brings up something. If this goes under, it will become the SBR Trump was looking for. How do you figure? How do you figure on that one, bro? MicroStrategy continues to buy high because they're able to write off the loss and get tax credits next year. That's how they're making money. No, they ain't making no money, bro. They're down. You can only write off on stuff that you've made money on. There's no tax write-offs to write off if your net income is negative 243%. So you know what I'm saying? Like you can't. So they got to make some money first before they can write off some money. So I don't know what the hell their plan is. I think it's catastrophic. It's going to actually hurt us who are Bitcoin holders in the short run. In the short run, not the long run. The short run. We'll have to see. But that's pretty much it, man, for today, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you tuning in on tonight's episode of The Rundown. Trying something new, mixing it up, doing a little non-crypto with the live streams. Hit that like button if you like this format. Make sure you guys sign up for BYDFi. Link is in the description below, and I will pop it up on the screen right now so you guys can just simply QR code it and get down. Ready for this? Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's my other exchange. BYDFi. Here it is right here on the screen. Lock in with them. Great exchange. I didn't get a chance to trade tonight. We'll do that on the next stream. I'll maybe start it off with some trades. We're going now on an hour and 17 minutes, so it's time to share. Again, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button, share this stream, and we out of here, people. Ha!
Yo, it's crypto blood. Detroit flow, streaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are wrong point. OG since 12, investing in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, and just blood too. Bad motherfucker in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. This my crypto blood, just the toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready?
Calm down,
There's no
Bill.
words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video.
What is?
For credits.
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.